Amen.
All right. This is so crazy, dude. That's so crazy. Um,
So
um,
I know you have a bone to pick. Like,
I got some issues, man. I got some
let's
issues.
talk about that.
I'm
Take
gonna
us
talk
through it.
about it's one of the factions. This faction of the Nazareth movement. The Nazareth movement is a special type of congregation, and I'm talking about one of the leaders, NCOYINCOYI, who's a leader of,
So
NCOYINCOYI.
who is this
Yeah, NCOYINCOYI is a
Ngoy?
leader of a faction, one of the leading factions called EKUPHAKAMENI. So, EKUPHAKAMENI, for those who don't know, EKUPHAKAMENI is the place where the founder of the movement, Isaiah Shembe, came to, and he was given a place, and he got accepted there as Inkosi EKUPHAKAMENI. So the god of Amanasareta is actually who they refer to as Inkosi EKUPHAKAMENI.
Now the thing is here, like
Yeah,
in this discussion, right?
yeah.
When you guys say the god of Pagamin, is it not one god, or just discussing specifically who God chose to be in that place?
Yeah,
Run us through
so
that.
I hear you 100%, and
Mhm.
I hear you 100%, and this is why I have a bone to pick with this particular individual,
Mhm.
because he acts like he's not aware of who this God is.
Mm.
Particularly, it's more upsetting because now he's parading himself as that king. So when people say Ngoy Ngoy, they think of Inkosi Yasik Paramin because he's actually located there.
Mm.
So these are the guys that believe that because my grandfather was the founder, or my great grandfather was the founder,
Of
I,
the
uh,
location.
I is my inheritance that I inherit the congregation. When he very well knows um, who must inherit the congregation. And what upsets me even more, he acts like he's not aware, he doesn't understand the nature of the
Mm.
God of this particular congregation. Um,
Mm.
so, but you can play a clip where he's actually talking about this.
All right. Oh, wait.
All right, we're playing a clip.
You know,
Now listen to this.
All right. Let's go
I
through it.
sometimes wonder if we are living outside of God. Yeah.
Even
I
outside of God.
sometimes wonder. But I haven't found an answer. I
Doesn't
just
found an
wonder
answer.
if we are living outside of God. And if we are, when we die,
Yo,
aren't we being returned to the source? Mawumuntu eboleka umuntu iyembe lakhe seqedile ukusebenzisa yalibisela akaliphosi lapha akalithathele bashe but then
all right, that's very disappointing. Somebody might be listening to this and think, fuck, what's your beef, nigga? Get the fuck out of here. You talking shit, nigga. What the fuck's your beef with this nigga? Leave the nigga alone. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, me watching it, I'm kind of puzzled. I'm hoping you like clarify what's
Can
going on.
clarify
Sure.
why it's so
Why?
offensive,
Yeah, why it's
right?
offensive?
Why it's so offensive is that the Amanazareta are not just any congregation. A lot of people speculate about God, they try to understand who God is, but particularly the fact that he gave a sermon, and I think it's on YouTube, 2020, the same year he puts this out,
Sure.
where there was a man called KABINDI
Mm.
that was sent by a spirit that's called UMPHEMPETHA, that pepetas, meaning that blows the wind, you know what I mean? This spirit says, hey, I'm threatening you. You're going to go out to the main city and you're going to announce. And this is in the context of the African people just being colonized and just, Christian doctrine that people started converting into Christianity.
Sure.
So Kabindi was actually a conventional Christian minister. So, but he got called out and said, no, bro, leave your church and go announce to the people in the city that there's going to be a dude. Now, is what I'm saying. He knows this. He tells the story himself. Now he's asking the question, I sometimes wonder if you're outside of God or not. Like, what are you saying? You know what I mean? Like, so this is the story. This story I'm about to explain to you now is essentially who the God of Amanazareta is. That's why Isaiah Shembe went to this place in Nanda to ask for a place for this particular individual. And this place is called, that's why this person is called NCOYINCOYI. So every Nazarite or every Nazarite or every person that becomes part of the congregation makes a vow, right, to serve this coming NCOYINCOYI. Yes. So this is who he is. Kabindi, who was a normal minister, was a went to one of these normal Christian churches, went now and was compelled to go and announce in the city that there's a man that is coming who will be like a man, like everybody else.
Just cut you a little bit there. Is he like the John that came before Jesus?
Yeah, like John the Baptist are now announcing that somebody is coming, right? So Kabindi comes and he announces this and he says, there's going to be a person that's coming. He's going to be a man like all of us. But on the inside, he is God. This particular individual he is God. So his spirit that lives in that particular individual will be God.
Okay, sure.
So this person, right? This person will wipe the tears of the Bantu peoples who have been oppressed by their colonizers. He's heard the prayer of he's seen the tears of the black people. He's seen the tears of the Bantu peoples. He's going to come and wipe those tears and he's going to restore and reestablish them in the face of their enemies and colonizers. So that is the God of the Amanazareth. Everybody has their own God. So it's not an opinion about your God, bro, or somebody else's God. Everybody has an own idea about their own God. But it is particularly offensive when the leader of the congregation who is posing, pretty much sitting in the seat of this particular individual seems to be unaware of who his God is.
How he's living outside of God.
How? What do you mean? We are waiting for him. That's what he's supposed to be saying.
His job was to prepare us.
Prepare his congregation to receive this particular individual. So why am I making this effort? Why am I making this effort? I'm making this effort because I am that particular individual. I need to notify him now that we're making an intervention to do exactly just that. Wipe the tears of the Bantu peoples and restore us to a place where we can live in what we call Umbuso Zulu. So this is what the Zulu social experiment is about. So given that's the context, I need him to now announce to his congregation that, hey, actually guys, I am not NCOYINCOYI EKUPHAKAMENI. I've only been sitting and warming his seat. Apologies for not making you guys be aware of this by asking silly questions like, I don't know where God is, if we'll be on the outside of him or inside of him, or we're going to do so. Yeah. And actually acknowledge the founder of the Zulu social experiment and participate in the social experiment. So I'm going to put down a form, and this is part of the experiment. We're going to get NCOYINCOYI to move from the seat and actually sign this document. Sweet. So I think that's what I have to say. So NCOYINCOYI, I think you seeing this now, you're going to acknowledge that you're not NCOYINCOYI EKUPHAKAMENI, the promised God of the Amanazareth. You should know that by now. And you're going to acknowledge the one that is. And that's the founder of the Zulu social experiment.
Amen.
Great. Sure. All right, what do you think of that?